Ladies and gentlemen, the RT Boxing Show with Mr. A. Post-fight recap segment number 24 will begin shortly. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 24. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you are a new viewer. You know, your little click of the button helps the show get known. Helps people know that there is a show out there called Ready Talk Boxing, where it's what you want. It's boxing, baby. And this is the post-fight segment edition of the RT Boxing Show. We are covering the WBC Silverweight Champion, the Silver Cruiserweight Champion. I'm sorry, messing up here. The WBC Silver Cruiserweight Champion. Now, because the belt was vacant, but over on the February 3rd in Russia on the WBSS card, Valsov and Dorodula was Maksim Valsov taking on Olan Riwanju Dorodula. I'm not sure if his Americanized name is Larry, because a lot of times in this fight, I hear someone in the background saying, "Come on, Larry. Oh, hit him, Larry. So I don't know if that's his Americanized name, Larry, but I'm just going to call him Dorodula. Now, this fight was won by a 10th round stoppage from the corner of Dorodula's. They stopped it. In the 10th round, he got hit with an uppercut with about 30 seconds left, and you just see his mouth just never fully shut again. So I don't know if he bit a hole in his lip, bit his tongue good, or his jaw got fractured, but he gets hit with an uppercut, and he's pointing to the ref like, he's still trying to fight, but and then the corner just kind of stopped it, and he's looking at, all his blood was on his towel, so like I said, I don't know if he bit the hell out of his lip, bit his tongue, but his corner stopped it. He was looking gassed out from like round 8, 9. He was getting tired. He's 37 years old. He was getting a pity patted. And then all of a sudden he just started getting worn out, and Maksim just started really taking on some shots on him. Now, this fight itself is strange occurrence that two similar fights happened on the same day in two different continents. Well, not two different continents. I should say two different countries. You got London and Russia. You got not Olowokandi. Why did I say Olowokandi? I went back to the Clippers basketball. You got Okoli versus Chamberlain, sloppy hug fest. Then over in Russia, you got a sloppy hug fest between these two guys. But the difference is these guys are veterans, not prospects. And you got to see Maksim make adjustments to the sloppiness. I said the first 3 rounds was just sloppy 1-2s and hugs, 1-2s and hugs, hugging and hitting, 1-2s and hugs. For the first 3 rounds, that's all it was. Like I said, Maksim wasn't whooping nothing for the first 3 rounds. It just what very few shots that was landed, the cleaner ones were with Maksim, and they were just like pity pats, like a U6 punches. Now, like I said, the adaptation, like I said, you saw the level. Okoli and Chamberlain, they didn't know how to switch it up. These guys, like I said, Dorodula, he tried a little bit, but like I said, the dude is mainly known for just having a chin and just coming at you. Now, Maksim, in round 4, he knew Dorodula was coming forward. So what he started doing, he's doing his movement, and he started to step back and let Dorodula come forward. And he just started doing a step back counters on him, and that's what really started hurting Dorodula. He couldn't, it started. The dude has a chin. The dude has an iron chin, but those pity pats in that 37 were just starting to take on him. And then as it kept going, round 5, that step back counter, it started making Dorodula kind of think again. So and he started getting more and more shots easier. Round 6 came on, it started becoming easy target practice for him. He was just pity patting, turning them, doing that. Like I said, he wasn't moving as light on his feet as Usyk all around the ring. He just go semicircle the other way, semicircle one way. Keeping the power, God's power, because Dorodula, that's his name, God's power. The dude has a right hand. He was able to start just hitting to the. It went from pity pats to actually like kind of sitting on some punches. But he and now when he's in the inside, instead of them just holding each other, he was able to get off some uppercuts on. Not just he went one uppercut, two uppercut, and you just see Dorodula's head just rock back, and then round like that. Once he started doing that step back and allowing Dorodula to overreach in round 4, you just start seeing a different adaptation. Round 5, it got a little easier. Round 6 became target practice. Then round 7, right in the beginning of the round, Dorodula, like I said, he was a step back. He did a pull counter. Like I said, those Russians, they like that pull counter. I know it's not all Mayweather, but you got to remember, Mayweather has that academy out there. And that pull counter, you see a lot of Russians try to adapt Mayweather's pull counter, that right hand. They do it just like him. He did a pull counter. Probably was the best shot of the whole fight, actually. Besides, I thought the 2 uppercuts were nice, but they're inside real tight. But just because watching that whole fight, all of a sudden you see these nice 2 little pull counter, and you just see his head get rocked. Then as round 8 came on, you started seeing he was able just to walk Dorodula down and start pushing him to the ropes, and then he just really started unletting some firepower go. Like, it wasn't too hard of firepower, but it just up and down body work, up and down head work. He was going up and down. In round 9, he backed him into a corner now. First he was just backing him along the ropes. He actually backed him into a corner now. He went 1-2 to the head, 1-2 hooks to the body. It was just an easy target practice from now on. And then in round 10, like I said, he was gassed because at the end of round 9, Dorodula turned around like. No, I mean at the end of round 8, he turned around like. He walked back to his corner. You can see the 37-year-old was tired, man, because he was getting, like I said, he was getting peppered the whole fight, but the shots were getting harder and harder from round 7, 8. He's getting tired in the round. Like I said, at the end of round 10, he took a mean uppercut. And like I said, he's looking to the ref like, something. Like I said, I don't know. He bit the hell out of his tongue, bit his cheek, his lip, but they stopped it. I guess you could tell they're already thinking about stopping it because he was, like I said, 37. He wasn't going to win that fight, but all that blood in his mouth, they just stopped it right there. So Maksim Valsov stops Olan Riwanju Dorodula, God's power. He stops him by the corner of Dorodula, stops it in the 10th. It allows Maksim Valsov to become the WBC Silver Cruiserweight Champion. And again, the silver champion usually is in a very good fight, a fight or 2 away from fighting the actual champion, which is going to be Usyk or Gaznik. And I said, and number 1 in the WBC is Golovkin. Number 2 is Andrew Tabiti. I don't know how, and number 3 is Maksim, who's number 3 also in the WBA, number 6 in the IBF, and number 2 in the WBO. So he's gonna fight Usyk or Gazdev one way or somehow. He's up there. He's high, and with that WBC silver, he's gonna get him a self shot unless he loses that belt in 2 fights. The silver champ, unless his management does not want him to fight, usually gets that shot. Like that, Dylan White, he's been a silver champ. But he was silver at number 4 in the heavyweights. And he hasn't got a Deontay Wilder fight. But he's been fighting some crappy competition while he's holding that belt. So this guy, Maksim fought number 5. So number 3 defeated number 5. That's better than anything Dylan White has been doing. So Maksim Valsov becomes the WBC Silver Cruiserweight Champion. Let's see where he goes from here, folks. This is the Double RT Show. This was the post-fight recap. segment. Thank you for your support. Please thumbs up the video. Subscribe if you have not. And if you are subscribed, thank you for your support. Leave a comment down if you saw this fight. What did you think of it? What did you think of the show? Leave a comment. Anything you'd like to see improvements on? If I can make that improvement, I shall. Thank you for your support.